Am I the asshole for refusing to spend my last summer with my mother? I, 18 female, have spent every summer with my mother since my parents separated when I was 8. I stay with my dad the rest of the year as an informal agreement between the two for him not actually filing for a divorce. My mother is a devout Catholic, which is the root of all our problems. Before the divorce, most of my memories with my mom were in the church or doing church-related activities. And since the divorce, every summer is the same. There is no real bonding or fun, just church. It's a very old school traditional church, so many of the sermons make me uncomfortable and feel shameful/dirty when I never have those thoughts when I'm at home with my dad.
Yep.
This year, our relationship has been tense because I decided I'd rather take out loans with my dad's help than go to the private Catholic college which she chose for free. When she came for my graduation, she was very passive-aggressive about it, and also kept mentioning that this summer she had some Catholic boy she wanted me to, quote, become acquainted with before I left for college.
Oh, God.
Once she left, I cried to my dad about how I really didn't want to spend my last summer before college away from my friends and stuck in church 24/7.
Yeah.
He told me that because I was 18, I didn't have to go and he'd back me up, but I had to be the one to tell my mom I didn't want to go. This conversation with my mom went terribly. She was very angry and didn't listen even when I suggested that instead of staying in her town all summer, we spend time traveling or doing literally anything that wasn't just church. She wouldn't budge. She claims my dad has brainwashed me and that I'm ungrateful and hate her. My aunt and grandmother have both called me and said similar things.
Yeah.
They said since I'm her only child, I should spend time with her and that wanting her child to get some time with God wasn't a bad thing. My dad has suggested maybe I just go for a week or two as a compromise, but I refused. Am I the asshole?
No. Yeah,
that doesn't sound like a good mom. Doesn't sound like...
You're giving me like flashbacks to when I was a kid and I had to go for summers to my aunt and uncle's house for like vacations. And I would only go for like 2 weeks. I remember like a handful of times where I went and then my aunt would fucking be like, yeah, so we go to mass at like 4 a.m. and we're going to go and get up at 4 a.m. and you have to go to mass. But don't worry, there are a bunch of other blah, blah, blah. And they would put me in these like camps with these other kids. And then we would have to sit through like
the worst,
like youth group, like hyper Catholic bullshit. And I remember shit like, you're not going to get into heaven if you don't witness a miracle. You have to witness a number of miracles before you get into heaven.
Oh, man, what
being
the
told
fuck?
to, I think at the time I was old for that. I was like 13, 14 and maybe I think younger actually. I think like 10, 11. But then the kids were like 6 being told that.
Jesus Christ, actually. Yeah, that's some heavy indoctrination.
Yeah, and like, you know, the only way that you're going to get into heaven is if you commit yourself to Christ for the rest of your life. You know, basically what your mom is saying is she treats her religion like a cult, which not all Christians do. But, you know, she is treating Christianity like a cult and you need to go and be indoctrinated into this cult.
Yeah, and spend your entire summer and then go to college at a private Catholic university.
Yeah.
And, you know,
spend your whole life in religion, basically.
Drowning in religion.
Giving yourself religious trauma, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool and awesome and fun. And now you're an adult and you should be able to have your own opinions, but she's calling having your own opinions and wants as being brainwashed.
Brainwashed, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just some like QAnon Christo-fascist type shit, you know?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no, you're not the asshole because you're trying to prevent yourself from like being indoctrinated.
No.
And yeah, like.
And I mean, if your mom was a good mom, she would.
Yeah, you know, be like,
she would come to a compromise
with boundaries.
You.
Yeah. And she would come for the compromise, not
forcing you to, like, this wouldn't be such a big fucking deal. But it sucks because she probably has been brought up that way and she's probably been indoctrinated into this cult. And she, like, I don't know. I can't even imagine telling my aunt, hey, can we not go to mass this morning? Like, even as a kid, she would be like, haha, no, what? And not because she's like, you need to go to mass. Because she's like, I haven't skipped mass for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Because that's how I think the sad thing is religion is a bigger part of her life than what your life. Religion is a bigger part of her life than making sure that you live your best life, and you're her daughter. That's what's fucked up about it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, honestly.
And it's sad. But I think the best thing to do is to get yourself away from the cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. You're gonna have to separate yourself from your mom, but like that's kind of the only option where you keep your sanity.
Yeah, it just makes me sad. It doesn't make me like it. Just I'm like, that lady is so far gone. Probably because she spent her whole life in the church.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
You know.
Yeah, not the asshole.
Not the asshole, man. Shit.
Solved it though.
You know.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, I don't know. I was talking with you and Carly recently about like my Anglican adventure camp experience.
Oh yeah.
And I have always thought of that experience as not that religious. Like, we were the cool religious because Anglicans are like the cool religious Christians.
Yeah.
We're not really that. We're like laid back or whatever. And then I was talking about it and how it was like in North Carolina, like on a mountain and next to a river, and we had to say Bible trivia before we got our concessions after walking up a mountain after playing in a river every day.
Yeah, it sounds pretty hyper.
Yeah, I was sitting there and saying that, and you looked at me like horrified, and Carly was like, what? And I was like, this is fucking crazy, huh? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oops. I've never thought about it that way. Very Southern, very Christian upbringing.
Pretty fucking, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.